afternoon, everybody. It is Friday, May the 12th, 2 weeks out from the big plant out outside, and I decided that I should give you an update on the plants. Hey, guess who's back? Yep, replanted the corn. So in about 2 weeks, they should be about this high. Yeah, about that high. So they should be good to go. Everything sprouted again. I've had nothing but success with those seeds that I got, that particular variety. So I hope they taste as good as the description says. The marigolds. I don't believe these seeds were from Vessie's. I think these were from Walmart. I saw them there and picked them up on the spur of the moment. So these are growing much taller than marigolds that I've seen before, or ones that I've gotten at the big box store like Home Depot. Usually the ones I get are usually about this high, and there's a couple plants in the pot and it's really bushy. These ones are kind of tall. I don't see any signs of them budding yet, so this will be kind of interesting. They look healthy, they don't look yellow, they don't look like they're going to die or anything. I just haven't seen them this tall before, so this should be interesting in the garden this year. Zinnias doing very, very well. Tall, keep on getting taller. There's a couple that's actually touching the lights. Do I have an example here? It's probably at the bottom. Oh, while I'm talking about zinnias, apparently, can I get this in the light? There, that's better. My cats like to chew on zinnias. Good thing they weren't poisonous, or not poisonous to my cats. They didn't get sick or anything, but this was upstairs and you can see some of the leaf damage from them chewing on it. Actually, from the minute I brought it upstairs, they were very curious, so I guess it has a smell or a scent they like. So that's something to keep in mind. So I'm not sure where I'm going to end up putting these ones that I potted in these white pots, because they were to go upstairs by the patio door, but now the cat's going to munch on it. So I grew him some cat grass. Hopefully that'll distract him. Anyways, the choice sum. Growing slow but steady. They are getting bigger, and we'll see where they go. Though these were the Asian vegetables that I forgot I had the seed, so I planted them the second day after I planted all the other seeds. But all these down here are choice sum, except for that zinnia. But everything else is choice sum, so we'll see how it goes. I did notice a couple of them are developing these spots, and I can't see that as a pest or anything. So I don't know what that is, but that's what happens when you plant stuff for the first time. You learn as you go. Oh, that's a good example of how tall the zinnias are getting. So it doesn't look like these are going to be like the compact version. They might get kind of tall. We'll see what happens there. What else do we got here? Corn. Oh, eggplants. Eggplants are doing really well. I think they're doing better this year than when I started the plants last year. Because when I started, I did eggplants and I planted a few seeds, but only one of them survived, and I planted outside. And that one grew very well, but this, like, all of them are doing really, really well. So a little bit surprised and pleased with that. That's how it goes. Okras. Leaves are getting bigger. Interesting plant. It starts off with these rounded leaves, and then once it gets to a certain height, the leaf form changes. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I recently saw a little short video on YouTube about a plant. David Attenborough, he was talking about a plant, I think in New Zealand, that does the same thing. And its leaves are one shape and size when it's young, and once it gets to maturity or to a certain height, the leaves change form and they discovered that's because of predation. There's giant tortoises that will ignore the plant when it has a certain leaf shape and at a certain height, and it was actually a different color too. And once the plant got to a height that the tortoises can't eat it anymore, then it started producing its true shaped leaves. I don't know if that's an adaptation that okra has taken on, but see, science, learning things as you go. But yeah, the okras are tall and doing well, strong and everything. Broccoli, it's growing. First year doing broccoli as well, so I think it's doing well. To me, it looks like it's doing well. Kind of slow, but that's not surprising. Some of these things not all these things grow at the same rate as the others. Same thing with kale. Kale and broccoli are in the same plant family, so I'm assuming they will grow at the same rate. But it's actually starting to look like kale leaves now, which is kind of cool. That's always cool to see as they grow and develop. But yeah, everything is looking good. I'm hoping to do a little tour outside, showing you how the lilac bushes are doing and the peonies. Peonies have exploded because I've been fertilizing again since April, so they are really well. The 3 bushes, each one of them has like 22 buds on it already, so that should be a really nice showy show later on in the coming months when they decide to bloom out. Oh, and the snow peas doing almost too well. They're starting to get entangled. I hope I can keep them under control. See, that one's actually caught. Hope I can keep them under control until it's time to plant out. I did have a couple people that were interested in these. I still have seeds as well, so I'm going to give them some seeds as well as the plants, so that just in case these don't do well with the transplanting. When I transplanted them from the small seed pods into the bigger cups, all of them survived. None of them died, so they seem to be okay with that. We'll see what happens when we try to transplant them outside. So as a backup, there are some peas. It'll probably be a later season harvest. Hopefully you'll get something from it, but if not, we'll learn to direct sow next year outside. But that's everything. That's the update. Things are going well. Everyone have a great weekend.